Yo, what's up guys? Jesse LaFlair here with LaFlairParkour. Today we're bringing you the tutorial on the reverse vault. It's actually being brought to you by a donation that was bought by this guy John, who wants me to give a shout out to Melbourne Parkour. I think they're in Australia, maybe. What's up guys? That's that. Let's get started. So first things first, we're going to try to do this the safest way possible, so I'm going to break this down and make it as easy as I possibly can. Our first step is really safe. You can even do this on grass, you don't even have to do it on cement. And it's really just learning the movement, all right? There's a couple ways you can do this, and a couple things you can do it on. You can do it with two hands, you can do it on a ledge, you can do it on a rail, you can do it coming down from something. So there's a lot of different options, and hopefully we'll try to get through all of those in this tutorial, okay? Let's get started. And just so we can get an idea of what a reverse vault is, let's check out some of my reverse vaults. And some of these will go into cat grabs and stuff like that, but the initial move is the reverse vault, okay? Let's do it. Alright, now that you've seen what a reverse vault is, let's get into the hand positioning. Now this is really important, okay? The way you place your hands is going to affect dramatically how this move turns out. Now we're going to start with a two-hand reverse vault. So let's go like this. Our first hand is going to come plant down. Our second hand is actually going to go try to almost a full turn, so that when our body starts to rotate over, our hand is already going to be in that same spot. We don't have to move it. Boom, we can pop off. Okay, so let's take a look at one of these on the ground, and this is how I want you to try the first one, okay? So let's do it. Okay, so an important aspect to this move that you need to understand is that your body needs to go up a little as well as around. Okay, so the movement I'm creating is actually coming across myself, not going down for the plant, because I need to create a spinning rotation here, all right? So again, let's look at it. Okay. So note that when I'm doing this, I'm not staying low. My legs aren't going out, because it's going to pull me out and over. Especially when we get onto an object, we're going to land on the object itself. So once we start going on an elevated surface, you'll realize that you have to go up, otherwise you won't get over the object. So the arc is actually around, and then our leg kicks up and rotates our whole body over, so our hips are spinning this way. Ooh. All right. Cool. Let's move on. So now at this point, you've done the move a bunch of times on the ground. You know you can do it. You're getting the rotation, and you're actually landing on the balls of your feet, right? Here. You're not landing on your heels and slapping down really hard. It should be smooth, even though you're on a low horizontal surface, okay? So now what I want you to do is we're going to step up. We're going to go up a little bit, but not too high. Try not to go high right away. If you can't find anything this low, you could always go a little bit higher. But the reason why I'm having you do it on a corner is that we can protect ourselves a little bit further, okay? So if I start to do the move and my legs don't seem to make it over, you're not going to hit anything because I'm on an edge. So this is what it will look like. Okay? Again, even if I do it wrong, I don't get hurt. But you should have a friend look at you or film it yourself so that you can see if your legs are clearing this edge here, all right? So the landing on this move is super important. Just like any other vault we do, we want to land on the balls of our feet. We will be landing split steps so that we can continue our movement out, unless of course you're going into a cat or a precision, which is a slightly different variation. Okay, so let's take a look at a landing. Balls of my feet, right foot, because it's my outside foot, is going to land first, then my left foot is going to come down, almost like a cartwheel. So now you've done it on the corner, you're getting your feet over. What you can do is keep moving up. If you're on a corner and you can find a higher corner, that's even better. Just for instance, even this ledge right here, if I wanted, I could come this way and test it over. Okay? But I'm going to move on so we don't waste all day. And we're going to do it straight over the ledge. Alright? So let's do it. So now you're on a ledge, it's pretty high, and you want to know how to run up. So now there's a couple different ways. You could punch into it, which I don't advise, spider webs. Or you could split step into it, which I think is smoother, and in the future, when you try to do these big, or you try to do it to a gap or a precision or a cat, you're gonna need to split step. Okay, so let's try not to do the punch, but I'll show you one, just because some people say it's easier, okay? Now here's split step. In order to split step, we're gonna come up, step in with our left foot. We can't get too close, because if we get too close, then we're really forcing ourselves up. So make sure you have a good distance, so that when I turn, I can lean forward, get this first hand on. This leg will be coming up, and over, okay? So this leg is gonna kick back and over, as this leg pushes off of the toe. And again, because we're cutting our arm across, it's rotating, helping rotate our body. This is easier with speed. I wouldn't suggest doing standing ones, so try to move into it a little bit. Are you ready? Let's take a look at the landing. So obviously I would suggest an area that has a better landing than this, with this, uneven surface. But this just happened to be the spot I found. I'm on the campus of UCLA right now, and it was just sort of the first good ledge that I came up to. So I'll show you the landing. I'll probably clear all this, and we'll go from there. So now there's two types of landings, of course. Like I was saying before, you can land both feet like you're going to do a precision. That would look like this. Or you can do it split step so that you can come out running, okay? And that would look like this. You notice both of them landed on the balls of my feet, keeping it safe, smooth for my joints, and we moved on. All right, let's keep going. One more thing that I actually wanted to point out, this move can actually also be used as a break fall, or like a safety, okay? Instead of a roll. Say I'm jumping onto a ledge, and then there's another drop. I'm probably not gonna roll onto the ledge, but what I can do is transfer my momentum into a reverse and come out, okay? So it would look like this. So if you can't find any ledges around, odds are you're gonna have a much better time finding a rail and something like this to train on. So now this move on a rail is not that different, okay? You can even put both hands on, but what we're gonna do is put our hand this way and our reverse hand this way. So I'm gonna come up and reverse, okay? The cool part about the rail is that you can actually hold on. You don't want to hold on because it's going to jerk you back. But what you can do is you can hold on that grip and even push yourself off like that. Because the angle of the rail is now working with you. Okay? So, if you can't find a ledge, you can try to do it on a rail. Again, we try to work the same corner technique. So right here, I can do the same thing we were doing with the leg. Okay? And. So again, instead of going straight for it, going over or onto a drop, you can find the corner, the edge of a rail, and work that so you can practice getting your legs over. So if my first one doesn't work out, I'm not clipping and falling over to my face. All right? So try to do it here, hand, over. Okay? Balls your feet. All right? So with more speed, again, it would look like this. Okay? So now earlier I was talking about the technique of just using one hand, okay? On a rail, it's probably not as good because it's a lot harder to try to 180 blind, put that hand on, and continue over. Okay? Yeah, on a rail especially, you could actually use two hands, it's better. So now I can grab this, I know I have the rail, I'm going over, and then I can put this arm on as I'm turning over. Okay? So now if you were interested in just learning the one-hand technique instead of going here and here, you're literally just going to start throwing your body with one hand, set it, and go. Okay? Work it the same way you just did the other one. I'm going to start on the ground, we'll go to a corner, and then we'll go over a ledge. Alright? Let me know if you guys have any questions. I will respond in the comment section. If you do one, a reverse, and you film it and want to put it as a video response, and see what you're doing wrong or right, I will write down, I'll comment on your video and give you any tips that I think might help. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share this so others can see it on Facebook or wherever that you have friends that do parkour, okay? Thanks guys, I love it, love all your help, I love you guys, peace. Thanks for watching guys. Now, if you want to check out the rest of the tutorials, feel free to click that box. And if you haven't seen those Parkour Spots videos, certainly worth checking out. And last but not least, I just put up my new parkour reel called Fighting Gravity. I think it's sick, and I think you will too. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Peace.